Friends, in this video for ithought Advisor, I'm going to talk to you on the topic turning inflation in your favor. As an advisor, we have a clear job to do. That is to ensure that your investing is aligned to the macros and at the same time is able to capture whatever opportunities are there in the micros. This means that it must factor in the changes in the top-down scenario and also find something in the bottom-up where you will be able to benefit when you are right on the top-down. So it has to have a mix of both, and that's exactly what we have been doing right through the ithought journey. In this process, inflation has been very critical. When we began, a primary bet was that inflation will come down. Therefore, we should be betting on businesses where when inflation comes down, they benefit. So, the initial years were spent buying defensives, which benefited immensely from inflation. Buying small and mid-cap companies was also based on that premise, because when inflation kept coming down, their operating metrics started improving, their margins expanded, and also able to show better return on capital. Effectively, the first phase of our growth was based on betting against inflation. But now, since 2019, we are betting the other way around on what will happen when inflation comes back. For many of our clients, this was something which was difficult to interpret because the markets, even as late as 2020-21, was factoring in falling inflation. So, the market was effectively grazing like a zebra near the lines, where we were actually moving away from the grass, knowing fully well that there is a lot of grass out there, but we can't be there because we'd be dead if we're caught on the wrong foot. Today, those who are betting on falling inflation as something that's there forever are seeing their portfolios struggle, whereas we had moved away from it early and we have bet on rising inflation. So our investment bets, be it in the commodity space or the resources space or in the cyclical space, have clearly bet that inflation will go up, that interest rates will move up, and that businesses will need to adapt. In this process, the businesses that we bought right through the COVID crisis have actually delivered much better now than the businesses which the markets favored. This is simply because the macro call on inflation has gone right and our investment call is completely aligned to that macro call. So our clients are today in a better position simply because we factored in the macro in your investing. Now, where do we stand now? As we speak, we see that this inflationary trade still has got a distance to go, and we will definitely see this closely, watch developments, and then appropriately act or advise you to act at the right time. Effectively, what we want to assure you is that this is the time to not just profit from rising inflation, which we are well poised to do. It is also a time to start preparing for that phase when inflation will start coming down. While it is not imminent, and I can definitely say that we are going to see a few quarters of inflationary volatility, when inflation starts coming down, we don't know at what pace it will come down. So, it's important that we start early, we start preparing for that phase when inflation starts falling and our portfolio starts reflecting that expectation, and we start investing towards the scenario when inflation will fall. Now, it's going to be a long journey, just as the journey towards this inflationary phase was a long journey, but the way we foresee, manage, advise and grow your investing is to anticipate early, give ourselves enough time to build our positions, put in as much money as possible where our conviction runs high, so that when we are right, we get the commensurate success in every individual portfolio. So that's exactly what we have done in the last few years. That's exactly what we are preparing to do over the next few. It's a long haul, both to take our profits and to put our money in new places. So get ready, participate regularly in the newer investment ideas that we would be incubating now. Build positions gradually. Always use every market volatility so that you can put in some money. Don't waste a crisis. That's exactly what we think you should do. Inflation looks like a crisis to many businesses, but I'm glad to let you know that for our clients, it is an opportunity both on the upside and on the downside, because the process that we have followed diligently reads inflation and adapts portfolios towards the emerging inflationary scenario. Thank you for watching this video.